Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the upcoming transit of the planet Mercury. Like the way guys, if I were to say, if you can correlate or see a retrograde Mercury as unreasonable, so a Cancer Mercury can be seen as very impractical. So you will get to know about it. So yes guys, this transit is taking place on the June 29th, and from June 29th till July 17th, Mercury is going to be transiting in the sign where it is not very comfortable. So guys, definitely a lot is dependent on how you channelize a planet's energy. Like the way, for example, if you are a very hard fact finder, you might not like interacting with a Cancer Mercury. But let's say, for example, you are a kind of person who is very quick to pick emotions in any conversation. Like you might have that sort of strong radar to pick that, okay, is this person actually mean it when he say this thing, or he's just saying it superficially just for the sake of it. You will get to know whenever you are dealing with someone who is going to have a Mercury placed in the Cancer. Like the way guys, even when we have to distinguish between a good journalist from a journalist who is just doing it a job, like just sticking to the facts and the numbers, over there as well this combination comes into picture. Because guys, I still remember like when Oprah Winfrey was at her prime in her career, I guess it was in the 90s only. So when I read this article on her, they mentioned this thing regarding her rise to the fame, like someone who is just a regular kind of a radio broadcaster in some part of the world, and from over there she had her rise to becoming a household name globally. So over there as well, many people used to say this thing, that she used to get very deeply involved while taking interviews of people. She used to put her emotions as well, which actually distinguished her from other broadcasters. So this is how the energy of the Mercury in the Cancer function. Understand this thing guys, we cannot justify Mercury being in a water sign, but there is a little bit very sharp difference over there. Like for example, Mercury in the Scorpio, your emotions will definitely prevail in your thought process, in your judgment, in your communication style and all. But Mercury in the Scorpio, there's a possibility for becoming a little bit vindictive. Like okay, like the way many people who have this habit, see, I know this word in Hindi, kataksh karna, I guess sarcasm. So very bitter sarcasm. Like not here, I'm not talking about healthy humor. Here I'm talking about something which is very piercing. So this could be a trait of someone who's going to have Mercury in the Scorpio. When we talk about Mercury in the Pisces, you know, some people where like if they feel themselves to be cornered, they start crying, they get over emotional. So that is also not very healthy, very good. But when we talk about Mercury in the Cancer, definitely no one is trying to justify it. It's not the best of the placement, but in certain ways it can be utilized to work in your favor as well. And definitely guys, when we talk about any remedy connected with the planet Mercury, so recitation of the Vishnu Sahasranam is one of the very best remedy. Giving money to the eunuchs, if you find them on Wednesday, is a very good remedy. Along with that, I generally prefer to listen to Narayan Kvach in the morning. Like I have this habit, I go to the park and while seeing the sunrise, I start my pranayam, my meditation first with listening to Narayan Kvach while seeing the sunrise. So you can do different things, and we generally say this thing, feeding like pigeons should be considered, feeding spinach to the cow on Wednesday should be considered, offering durva, the grass to the grass blade to the our Lord Ganesha on the Wednesday should be considered. Definitely guys, like even in the science of numerology, number 5, which is connected with the planet Mercury, it is considered as so lucky if you're going to have this number in your grid. The way we say that even in the mobile numerology or anywhere, like they say that okay, the excess of this number could be bad, scarcity of this number could be bad, but when it comes down to 5, the more 5 you have, the better it is for you. So okay guys, after this, let's just briefly look at that how this upcoming transit of Mercury in the Cancer sign is going to be influencing you. So guys, to start with the Aries rising natives, definitely guys, in your case, Mercury is not a very favorable planet for you. and now it is going to be transiting in your 4th house. So definitely guys, lot many Aries Lagna native will have a conflicting situation where you will have a push and pull between your logic, between your emotions. So you have to be a little bit careful over there in certain cases, like the way, for example, if you are in a business, you know, let's say for example you are working as a host, as a podcaster and all, and you have to extract emotions out of your guest, out of your audience. So over there, in certain cases it can manifest good results, but I would still say this thing, that in the matters of your domestic life or while taking any important decision, you have to be careful. Yes guys, Rahu in any case is transiting in your 12th house, creating a lot of illusion around you, making you a little bit vulnerable on the matters of right financial decision making and all. And over and above that, Mercury in a sensitive alignment, you have to be careful. Now guys, for the Taurus rising natives, definitely guys, in your case, Mercury has got a rulership over your like 2nd house and the 5th house, and in the transit it is going to be transiting in your 3rd house. So definitely guys, like 3rd house transit of the Mercury is generally considered as good. Now just because the only concern over here is that it is going to be transiting in a sign where the discriminatory intelligence of Mercury somehow has to compromise or suffer a little bit. So yes guys, if in your line of work, you know, coming up with the authentic emotions is needed, so those people can get benefited, but you have to be a little bit careful while signing any contract, while signing any agreement and all. There might be too much of the travels which will suddenly materialize, which might drain lot many Taurus Lagna natives as well. So in a nutshell, if I were to say, there is no harm in being authentic and credible with your emotions, but not at the cost of offending people or creating a abruption in your daily smooth flow of the life. Now guys, when we talk about the Gemini rising, definitely guys, it's the transit of your ascendant lord which is going there in your 2nd house. So definitely guys, wheresoever the ascendant lord goes, our whole focus goes in the matters of that house. So from the financial point of view, it is only going to help you, support you. So you will use emotions and feelings as a tact during this time to get the work done. So guys, do not look at it from this way that okay, the ascendant lord going in the 2nd house but in a sign which is not very friendly, it is going to create a problem for you. Understand this thing, ascendant lord only has good in store. So over here, emotions and feelings might be a concern, but you will only use it in your advantage. Second thing is that definitely guys, when we talk about the concerns of the skin and the nervous system, over there you have to be careful, and people who are chiefly operating in the domain of the communication and all, they will definitely going to get benefited. Now guys, when we talk about the Cancer natives, definitely guys, in your case, Mercury has got a rulership over your 3rd house and the 12th house. Not a very favorable planet for you, but the good part is that whichsoever planet transit in our 1st house, the influence and energy of that planet gets experienced in our persona, in our personality. So that in itself means guys that definitely you will be very proactive. People will appreciate you with your spontaneity, good sense of humor. So yes guys, this is how it is going to be working out for you. And let's say for example, if you have to take any important decision, like let's say for example, for all those people who are like working as a freelance, self-employed, performing artist and all, so suddenly there's going to be a rise in the number of auditions which you get. There might be some sponsor, might be some auditions, some projects which will be offered to you. So good transit in all that regard. Now guys, when we talk about the Leo natives, definitely guys, in your case, Mercury is going to be transiting in your 12th house. So definitely guys, it is making you guys a little bit vulnerable, because Mercury acts like a treasurer for the Leo Lagna natives, having a strong say and control over your emotions, over your finance, over money, wealth, opportunities, connection and all. Now Mercury is going there in the 12th house, so you have to be very careful while interacting with or dealing with any important people who are going to have a strong say in your finances, in your business dealings and engagement. Second thing is that guys, only if you can ensure to do some charities or donation during this time, you will definitely honor the energy of Mercury's presence in the 12th house. Otherwise this can turn out to be little bit expensive transit for you as well. Now guys, when we talk about the Virgo natives, definitely guys, it's the transit of your ascendant lord. Wheresoever ascendant lord goes, it only has good things in store. So guys, ascendant lord going there in your 11th house, although guys, you will face those kind of situation where you will not be able to relate strongly with people, like whatever way, the way you understand things, the way you logically look at things, you might find that people around you are acting like a drama queen, too much of the kind of charades, too much of the charades you have to deal with and all. But the good thing is that irrespective of and amidst all that drama and all, you'll be able to extract what is good for you, what is for your advantage and all. So yes guys, being able to interact strongly with people in your network circle, getting that access to some good financial opportunity and all. So this is how this transit is going to be working out for you. And again guys, because Mercury in your case has got a rulership over your 10th house as well, so from the professional success point of view, visibility, recognition and support point of view, it's a good transit. Now guys, for all the Libra natives, definitely guys, in your case Mercury has got a rulership over your 12th house and the 9th house, and in the transit it is entering in your 10th house. So definitely guys, I'm very much sure that during this time you will actually act very smart, like you will know how to maneuver your intention or take control of your bosses, people in authority figure, how emotionally connect with them, relate with them and get the work done. Definitely guys, Mercury is a very auspicious planet for you. It has got a rulership over your 9th house as well. So listening to or recitation of the Vishnu Sahasranam will work out very amazingly for you. And I will still recommend that rather than going or becoming a straight shooter, try to diplomatically handle things. If you can take some gift for your boss or over a cup of coffee, the more you will use emotion as a tool, as a weapon at your career front, the better Mercury will manifest results during this time. And nothing could be better than that if you're working in the fields of communication, working as a podcaster, journalist and all. Good transit. Now guys, when we talk about these Scorpions, definitely guys, in your case Mercury is not a very favorable planet for you, but just because it is going to be transiting in a very favorable house, so definitely guys, it can facilitate some sort of travels for you guys. Again guys, see, when I talk about travels, so from the pilgrimage point of view, this could be a very good transit for acquisition of knowledge or reading holy scriptures, holy spiritual religious books and all. This is going to be a very good transit. But let's say for example, during this time only you have to close any important business deal of yours and all. So regarding all that rational, important business, commercial decision, signing contract and agreement, over there you have to be a little bit careful. Now guys, when we talk about the Sagittarius natives, definitely guys, in your case Mercury has got a rulership over your 7th house and the 10th house, and now it is going there in your 8th house. So definitely guys, in the matters of the career or your relationship with your partner, there might be some emotional drama you have to deal with. So be very kind of willing and ready for that, because guys, understand this thing, your ascendant lord now is going to be transiting in your 6th house. So whatever you want to get it done, specifically in the matters of family ties, finances, smooth flow of the life, there will be some abruption or bumpy ride which you might have to deal with till the time your ascendant lord is there in the 6th house. And over and above that, this transit of Mercury in the 8th house, that means try not to be very impulsive. If you will find that people at your work front or your partner is acting very unreasonable, unnecessary, romantic or impractical and all, so handle things with a pinch of salt or with a firm grip. That is all what I can say. But yes guys, for all those people who are invested in research of any form, you are connected with like occult and all, those people can still get benefited. Now guys, when we talk about the Capricorn natives, definitely guys, in your case Mercury has got a rulership over your 6th house and the 9th house, and now it is going to be entering your 7th house. So yes guys, in certain ways this could work out in your favor, because see guys, understand this thing, for the Capricorn Lagna, they have to all the time deal with a very emotional, nurturing partner. But during this time you will definitely find that suddenly your partner is actually talking business, talking numbers, contributing a lot. Along with that guys, Mercury in your case has got a rulership over the 9th house as well. So that means some good news might be delivered to you through your partner. So yes guys, from the commercial success point of view, this is going to be a harbinger of good news, new opportunities, more visibility, and there will be those people who you were not taking it very seriously. These people will enter your life and advise you something very important. And even at your work front as well, people will contribute a lot. Now guys, when we talk about the Aquarians, so definitely guys, in your case, Mercury is a very important planet. It has got a rulership over your 5th house and the 8th house, and now it is going to be like transiting in your like 6th house. So definitely guys, in your line of work, like specifically if you have to make or do some investments during this time, you have to be careful. See guys, again, it all comes down to individual to individual. Let's say for example, if during this time only you're trying to acquire any loan, you will get that very easily. But let's say for example, if you have to give your money to someone and all, so over there you have to be a little bit careful. Along with that guys, we know this thing that Mercury has got this capacity to somehow very invigorate, speed up the progress in any matters. And just because guys, in your case, in the original Kalpurush Kundli, Mercury has got familiarity and strength and attachment with the 6th house. So definitely guys, you will definitely find that if you have been from the past, you tend to remain very soft hearted while dealing with any conflicting situation or dealing with your junior subordinates. They always emotionally manipulate you and all. So during this time, you know how to handle things tactfully. That is all what I can say for the Aquarians. For the Pisces Lagna natives, definitely guys, in your case, Mercury has got a rulership over your 4th house and the 7th house, and in the transit it is going to enter your 5th house, which will definitely benefit all the creators, all the artists and all. Trust me guys, if you will go backstage of any kind of theater and drama group and all, you will definitely find how much people are putting work in their craft, in doing the rehearsal, in doing the repetition, that body and mind coordination, working and rehearsing, repetition, memory plays a very important role over there. So definitely guys, in this context, it is definitely going to benefit not only the artists, the creative people, but even the students are going to get benefited. Along with that guys, when we talk about any of your engagement in stock market and trading, over there you have to be a little bit careful. Saturn in any case is transiting, it's very strong retrograde in your 12th house. So if I were to say from the recreational point of view, if I were to say from taking interest in yoga, mantra shastra and all, from that point of view, from the acquisition of the knowledge point of view, it is a very good transit. But when we talk about some sudden speculative gains and testing or trying your luck in speculation, over there you have to be very careful. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. For furthermore updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.